Good morning. So Solomon here, he had too many wives. That was his problem, right? He had all these women in his ears telling him what to do, who to worship, which idol to adore. And that's also one of the problems of marrying outside of your own religion, is the wife, who is the kind of the more sentimental and emotional one. Oftentimes, if a Catholic gentleman marries a non-Catholic, she'll kind of drag him away. Sometimes it works the other way, where, because she is tasked with educating the children and whatnot, she kind of recognizes, okay, I need to enter into this faith. That's what my mom did. She converted to Catholicism kind of out of realization that she needed to be what she was trying to raise us to be. But David here, he's got all these foreign pagan wives, and he's trying to appease them. And so he sets up these different altars to their different pagan gods that aren't really gods, they're demons, like Molech. Molech's a terrible demon that, accepts child sacrifice. So he's trying to appease all of these wives, and they're all kind of pulling him in different directions. So that's one of the reasons polygamy is bad. But also, it's a reflection, I think, of the male failure to lead his family, right? And we see it today, where there's kind of an emasculization of men that they don't want to do something that is going to challenge their wife. They don't want to do something that's going to challenge their children. My own brother, he goes to some dumb mega church. I don't know why, because his wife didn't like the Catholic Church, even though she went through RCIA and everything, and just decided, we're going to go to a mega church. And instead of him saying, no, we're not, we're going to be Catholic, because that's what we are, dragged him away. And really, I think what it is, it's just kind of being enticed by the ways of the world, being enticed by the flesh, being enticed by worldly desires, being enticed by things that are not of God, being enticed in a way that we will sacrifice what we know to be good, true, and beautiful, sacrificing what we know to be correct, sacrificing what we know to be proper to appease people here on this earth. Marriage is not forever. Marriage is till death do us part. Marriage does not exist in heaven. Marriage is something that is here on earth to help us to get to heaven, but it does not exist in heaven. And so striving to live our lives here on this earth to make someone happy without striving to get that person to heaven is a gross failure of marriage. And so we see in Solomon this gross failure, and it angers God. It angers God. We might think, well, it's the Old Testament. That's when God got angry. He can't get angry, now in the New Testament. It's happy Jesus sitting on a cloud, riding a unicorn through heaven. He doesn't get angry. He doesn't get mad when we don't go to Mass on Sunday. He doesn't get mad when we're pulled away from Him by the lures of this world, when we strive to please someone here on earth, and so we forsake His will. He doesn't get mad about that. Well, God doesn't change, so if God got mad at Solomon for that, then I would think that God would be upset or mad here and now if we choose something else over Him. And so we're reminded through this example that we're called to always place God at the forefront of our lives. We're always called to place God at the forefront of our lives. In what ways do we go about our daily life and choose something else over God? In what ways do we set up idols that we prefer to God? In what ways do we not do the will of God when we know that we're supposed to do it? How do we let the world pull us away? How do we let the world call us to something else? Let us ask the blessing and the grace from God that we may always know His will, and that we may always do it.